Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new reaction. As you could tell by the title, it's another Crank Gameplays video, and this one, once again, is something related to Unus Annus, or in particular, the end of it all. So, the same day as Mark did, Ethan decided to talk about, pretty much, reflect on the whole Unus Annus, experience in general. And at one point, Ethan's video was trending on YouTube, which is a first for him. Because he's never really trended on YouTube before. So that's pretty awesome for him. And I don't know if it's the thumbnail or if it's the lighting, but it looks like he gets a little emotional. Well, he does know how to cry on command, so I don't know. But I'm not saying he's gonna fake crying for that, but you never know. It might be just a trick of the mind, or the weird ass lighting he has in this particular video. So I don't know. So I might as well find out what Ethan has to say about the whole, and what he thinks, and how he's gonna reflect on the whole Unus Annus experience. So, might as well get right into it. So, without further ado, let's react to this video, shall we?
It's all done.
Yeah.
Unus Annus
is over.
And that is so insanely weird to say. So weird. I have a really hard time articulating emotions that I'm feeling, other than using words like fine and weird. It's the thing that my therapist and I talk about. But in the best way, I don't know how else to put this, in the best way, I'm not okay right now. Like, I've never felt a feeling like this before. And it's not a bad feeling. By me saying I'm not okay, I don't want people to think that it's bad, because it's
okay,
not.
Good.
I just feel this feeling that I've never felt before. And I really don't know how to describe it. After 365 days of consecutive uploads,
which is insane,
onto Unus Annus, the channel that me, Mark, and Amy made, is...
Oh, Amy. Yeah, don't forget, she had a large role in that video ideas too.
For a year. And at the end, when the clock struck 0,
it was gone.
Would delete everything. And we did it.
You stayed committed to it. You kept your word.
I think went above and beyond anything that we expected. And for this video, I'm going to try and do something that I really don't ever do. And it's something that I have a really hard time doing. I am going to give myself some compliments and let myself have a win for once. Because I am, most of the time, very hard on myself. Unus Annus was something that was really, really special.
Of course it
and
has.
I truly
had to
think that it was something that will go down in YouTube history.
Yes.
And something that can't be replicated.
No.
What we made... As far as what we made was a first for the platform, and the way that we did it, and the tone that we pushed in the content that we made, in the way that we presented it. And even if somebody else tried to recreate Unus Annus, they couldn't do it.
No.
And that is something that I am so extremely proud of. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of Mark, and I'm proud of Amy, and I am proud of all of the editors, and I am proud of everybody involved. Because what we did on Unus Annus was really special.
Yes,
a lot of people didn't get it. That's fine.
I didn't get it in the beginning, but then I eventually understood.
I saw a video this morning of somebody talking about Unus Annus, and they didn't understand why we were deleting the content, and why, once the content was gone, why we were going to try and take down people's videos of straight up re-uploads of the content. And that's fine. I know that not everybody's going to get it.
I already took down my Unus Annus reactions.
That did
so.
and understood the message and understood what we were trying to do.
I did it before the clock even struck zero, so...
For the ride. And it was something that meant something to those people. And that's what was special about Unus Annus. It taught all of us that everything is temporary. And we have to make the most
I hear the wind
every
outside,
single
Jesus.
second. Because we will never get a single second back.
No.
The clock, whether it's visible or not,
it's still ticking.
is always ticking. Always. You cannot change it. You can't, try and
can't
bargain
go back in
for more
time
You
to
have
relive
a
it.
finite amount of time.
You gotta
And
cherish
gave
it that
ourselves 1
time.
year. And
Make it special.
despite what 2020 was,
Unfortunately, yeah.
we rolled with it. Because you have to. You have to. And, on a video-to-video basis, it wasn't this deep. But the overarching theme of the channel, was make the most out of your life because it's going to end. And you have to do everything you can with the time that you have. And we did. We made the most of the time that we were given. This year has been so crazy.
Yeah.
And so ruthless in a bunch of different ways. And I think that 2020 was the perfect year for Unus Annus. Because it really showed that, and it made it more special because we did it in a year that threw everything at us. When the shit hit the fan,
against all the odds.
we still kept making stuff.
Against all odds.
And
despite the pandemic.
people still had things to look at in this time.
To stay sane.
And people had something to cling on to. And I think that was really, really, really special. This year went by so fast.
It always goes
And
fast.
the live stream that we did yesterday went by so fast. I don't even know how to talk about the live stream. At the end of it, that morning, me and Mark and Amy were talking, and we were like, yeah, it would be really cool if we had, maybe 200,000 people there. In the waiting room for the live stream, there was over 500,000 people there. And at the end, when the clock struck zero,
1.5.
there was over 1.5 million people watching. Which is crazy. But for me, I think the craziest thing was after we pressed delete, I went to the bathroom and I took my suit off. And I checked my phone and I went on my Twitter. And I just went to my timeline, which is all full of just people that I follow. So my friends, different people in the industry and stuff, people that I look up to, and everybody was talking about Unus Annus and talking about the impact that it had either on them personally or the community or YouTube as a whole. And it was so cool and it was so surreal seeing just how much it impacted people at the end and just how much it impacted me. We did something really, really special. And I'm never, ever going to forget it. And I am so thankful to Mark for making this channel with me. And I'm so thankful to Amy. And so thankful to all the editors. And so thankful to all of you guys. I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, I could see that his
Just
eyes are
because-
watering up right now.
I feel like I felt very lost in the last few years, and Unus Annus really reignited a lot in me, and it really showed me how much I have to give, and that I'm nowhere near done yet. And it showed me that I have made an impact on people, and that what I do matters, and that I'm good at what I do. And that's really hard for me to say, because I'm really hard on myself.
I am
But
too.
I'm really good at what I do. And I can't wait to do more.
Wow.
I'm really, really thankful.
Oh my
for all of
god.
you.
Don't cry, dude. Jeez. Don't cry.
So,
Oh my god.
thank you to everybody who was a part of Unus Annus. It was such an amazing journey. And it was probably the best thing that I've ever been a part of. And maybe ever will be a part of. And the best thing about it was when we hit delete, and we talked about this on the stream, I didn't have any regret. I didn't have any, oh wait, take it back. Because when we hit delete, I knew that we had done the best that we could with the time that we had. And we gave it our absolute all. And we worked our asses off. And there was nothing else that we had left to give. Not because we were burnt out, not because we didn't reach high enough, but because we gave it everything that we had, and everything that we wanted to give, and everything that we could give. And at the end, it was time to go, because we had
It was time to say goodbye.
fulfilled our purpose. And that is such an extraordinary feeling.
Can I only
Just
imagine how
feeling
awesome it
no
was
regret.
to do all this.
And feeling I don't even know how to describe it.
Jesus, another tear.
But it was just, we did it. We fulfilled our purpose. And now it's time to go.
Oh my god, don't cry, dude. Stop. You're gonna make me cry in a second, jeez.
I'm just so happy. I'm so happy to be a part of that. So thank you all so much. Obviously, Unus Annus is gone. I am not going anywhere. Mark's
Clearly not.
going anywhere. Amy's not going anywhere. All the editors are not going anywhere. You know, everybody is still going to be doing their own thing. I'm so excited to just go full force into my own channel. Because I still have so much left to give.
Wow, dude. That was a complete, 180 in terms of, like, different, what they were feeling. Mark was more like, normal, like, oh, it was pretty cool, awesome, and it was just awesome with that moment, that 1 second before we hit delete. Like, it was that. But Ethan, on the other hand, was almost literally crying like a baby. And for good reason, because look at where he came from, like how this journey began for him. He was just a small kid from Maine, a little kid from Maine, doing all these random videos in his home, like 16, 17 years old, and he was a fan of Mark, Jack, and a bunch of others, and he met Mark in 2014 and asked if he could do a backflip for him right in front of him, and he did. People always, I especially with Unus Annus, I don't get why people always think that the first time that they ever met was in 2015. It wasn't. It was 2014. Why? It's because, unfortunately, the video was deleted or, privated. There was a video in 2014 that when Ethan met Mark for the first time at PAX East 2014, he met him outside and he did a backflip for him. And that's why when Mark recognized him in 2015, he said, "You're backflip dude." He wouldn't just give him that nickname if that was the first time they ever met. So I don't know why people always thought that, but whatever. But from that to the moment of PAX 2015, then in 2016 was when it really began for him. The real journey began. Mark asked Ethan if he wanted to move to LA and make videos with him. and help make videos with Mark. And he said yes, and he went down there and he became part of the Team Applier crew. Him, Mark, Tyler, Catherine, and Amy. And that was when it really began for him, like his growth, his real growth was beginning. And it was a struggle for him, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, trying to... At one point he was editing for Mark at one point, and then he eventually, you know, Ethan decided to not edit for Mark anymore. And he did continue to focus on his channel. But they still remain friends, which is clear. But then he had 500,000, I think. Was it that same year in 2017, or was it 2018? I don't even remember. But around that time, he had 500,000, and he was just so close to 1 million. Then we had to wait another 2 years. And then earlier this year, in 2020, in January, he finally hit 1 million subscribers. And he was emotional, just like in... Well, he was a lot more emotional in that than he was in this. He was very happy that he was able to finally achieve like something that huge. And now, he's on the verge of hitting 2 million, which is crazy. He's about to hit 2 million pretty soon. He's at 1.87 million. That's crazy. Like, not like the last time I checked, he was at 1.6. Now he's at 1.8. And the fact that he's now, like, you know, has that spark, that motivation to create videos passionately again. Because he did say that he felt lost for a few years. He didn't know what he didn't know what he wanted to do. Like, but Unus Annus really, I think, opened the floodgates for him. And I remember him saying, like, before Unus Annus ended, like, he did say that he's really excited once Unus Annus ends to do videos on his channel again, like to do like particular videos on his channel again, like, you know what I mean? But man, just seeing him shedding tears and, you know, getting emotional about something that he's never gonna forget and he's gonna cherish for the rest of his life, that he was able to create a YouTube channel that they will delete in a year with pretty much one of his idols, the one who inspired him to create and become a YouTuber himself. That is just... You could never write a better script than that. That is just amazing. And I can totally understand why he felt that way. And I could understand why he felt that way when he was talking about it. And he even said that he always is hard on himself. He really doesn't give himself that much credit. And for once, when Unus Annus ended, he finally decided, you know what? Let me just compliment myself. I'm always too hard on myself. And believe me, I can relate to that, because that's with me too. Like, I'm really hard on myself, and I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea to do something like this, like, or do reaction videos in general, because I'm like, you know, there's gonna be those people out there that are gonna be like, you're just riding off the success of Mark, Ethan, or Jack, and that's not my true intention. I'm not here for the views. I'm not here for the money. I'm just here just because this is what makes me happy, and I'm just a fan. I have all my ambitions. I have my, you know, my passions, and, you know, you kind of saw it occasionally too in some of my videos, like, you know, some of the ego videos that I've done. Obviously, I was mainly inspired by, you know, the stuff that Mark and Sean have done. But I've taken those, concepts of dark personas and different types of alter egos, and I made it my own. I made it my own. And now I've, decided to try to give some more, lore to the characters and try to give them background. And just, in a sense, try to give them more of an origin. Or just do more lore. It's really fun. Granted, this year alone was a pretty interesting year for me because, again, it was it really tested. It was a huge test for me, and this year alone, everybody's going to say, obviously, 2020 sucked because mostly this pandemic that's going on. And that was what was more interesting, too. The fact, despite all the fucking bullshit going on in the world this year, the pandemic most of the time, for the majority, despite all that, they still committed to the channel and uploaded every single day. And I saw some people saying that they were disappointed about Unus Annus. Like what else did you want? What else do you want them to do? Do you want them to risk getting, severely sick by this? Do you want them to risk their lives doing this? Like if the world was perfect in an alternate universe, Unus Annus probably would have been a lot better. If the pandemic never hit. But it was like 3 months at least of just them in their room, in their recording rooms, doing random videos. Like, it was still fun to watch. But when they finally came back together to do videos together, it was awesome. They were obviously, they got tested and they were negative. So, I don't know why people were kind of disappointed in Unus Annus, because of the pandemic. It's not their fault. Blame bats, I don't know. Just blame the person who decided to spread this virus. But going back to me in terms of in terms of me and this year alone, it was a pretty interesting year. When it came down to the ego videos, starting that year, I was really confident in myself, and I really was excited. I was really excited doing the ego videos this year. I was really excited, and starting in April, when I started doing it, once again, I was really, really pumped with myself, and I was really excited on where I was going to go and where I was going to take it. But then, a month into it, and unfortunately, I lost all my confidence on my birthday. When I did that one particular video on my birthday with, the text message and, me shaving my beard and everything, with some people, there was this one particular person that just wasn't happy with the fact that I quote unquote copied them, which I didn't. I had it way before they did. But it just really hit me hard so much that I lost all my confidence in myself doing these ego videos. Now, anytime I've done any ego videos after that, I've always been having my guard up. I'm always on an edge and I'm nervous as hell because I'm I don't know how people are going to, if they're going to like this or not. Because it just it's really affected me so much. The last 5 months have been nothing but hell for me. And mentally, it sucks. I've been really hard on myself a lot more than I usually am for the last 5 months because of, I just regret what happened. And I would like to take those things back and just go back to the way things were. But unfortunately, it's too late for that, and I can't. Now I got to carry this burden on me for the rest of my life. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever recover. If I'll ever recover my confidence again to where what it was before. Most likely I won't. And I just had to deal with today of some person that always likes to critique every other week. Like, you never, and it was like this schmuck was always saying, hey, you realize he's always just doing reaction videos. Like, we know that. I know that. And I don't want to be just known as a reaction channel. I want to do more than that. I'm working with what I have, what I'm limited to. You gotta work with what you have. But no, everybody's got to judge what you post. If it's a reaction video, oh, you're just writing off this success. Oh, like, shut up. Like, as if you know how to do it. If you don't like it, then get the fuck out. Then get the fuck out. Go watch somebody else that's worth your time. Go watch that schmuck. That piece of shit that probably, ruined my birthday. Go watch that schmuck. I'm not going to reveal who this person is, but I go watch them. I'm pretty sure they will welcome you with open arms and brainwash you. But anyways, enough of me rambling about just nothingness. But again, it's just it was pretty awesome, and pretty. This was pretty emotional for him. Just to see him get emotional and start, shedding tears about this, it's just heartbreaking, because you don't want him just to be sad and upset and, crying. You just don't want to see that. But you gotta understand what he was going through, what he was feeling this past year alone. And I could totally understand why. And I'm proud of him, I'm proud of Mark, and I'm proud of Amy and everybody involved that made Unus Annus what it was. I am proud of everybody involved, because they did a fantastic job. Despite the outcome, despite how this year went, they were able to go above and beyond what they were able to do in terms of the pandemic and what they were limited to. Despite some of the ideas being bizarre at times and pretty weird and shit, it was still entertaining. And we will never forget it. We will cherish it for the rest of our lives. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. So if you like what you saw here, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure also to check out my Instagram, because I make collabs with Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and myself. I also reenact with the cosplays on there, so go check it out. Be sure to also check out my Tumblr and my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!